We're discussing World Cup 2026, specifically the African teams, and how Congo have managed to navigate their way into the World Cup. They beat Jamaica by 1-0, and we're going to be looking and spotlighting the African teams and the groups where they belong, from Mustafa, Segodi, and Warifa. It's another World Cup show, probably our main show for the World Cup.
Yeah, so this is a fun one. We want to congratulate and welcome Congo. You know, Congo, they believe in they have voodoo. So I always have to pour
ablution. They're pouring ablution in their food.
It's the blood of Jamaicans. The blood of Jamaicans. I love Congo. Their fans are beautiful. They have that guy that sounds like Patrice Lumumba. They even use Juju to beat Nigeria as our coach.
Yeah, so they use Eric
welcome to the World Cup. We're gonna have fun today. Scariest team so far in this tournament looks like France. That team looks like they might be unbeatable. But Segodi, we called it. Remember when I said that game will either go to penalty or be 1-0 for Congo? Remember I said so. Yeah, it'll be very close.
Yes.
It's gonna be very because we know Congo doesn't score. That's their problem. But they play very good defense.
That's their problem.
Yeah. And in this tournament, they're going to struggle a little bit because they don't score enough. They have Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. I think they can draw or beat Uzbekistan. The big match is going to be against Colombia. I don't know what could happen. I see that game as being a draw. I see Congo perhaps getting 2 points in this group and maybe losing to Portugal. What do you think, Afolabi?
You're absolutely right. And if I look at this group,
they'll beat Uzbekistan. So they're going to get 4 points. Go ahead.
They will beat Uzbekistan. I think they have a fighting chance against Colombia. The DR Congo team, they pride themselves in a very solid defensive unit. In fact, the guy that scored for them in that game against Jamaica, Axel Twanzebe, is a defender. And then they have Chancel and Maswaku as well. They have a very solid defense. The only team that I feel might be a long stretch for them is Portugal. But I think they can beat Uzbekistan, get a draw with Colombia, or possibly a victory, and then qualify along with Portugal. It's not impossible. I have faith in this Congo team, really.
Okay, so we're going to move on. Let's go to Morocco's group. We're not going to talk about the group of Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland. Which kind of rubbish group is this? Canada, Bosnia, Qatar. That's a rubbish draw. Rubbish draw. I'm keeping that group. Let's go to Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Haiti, nothing for Haiti, nothing for Scotland. This is going to be Brazil and Morocco. And to be honest with you, Brazil is not that good anymore. But I think Brazil will top that group, and I think Morocco will come second. What do you think, Afolabi?
Second.
I even think Morocco can top that group. I don't see anything fantastic with the Brazilian team. They're under Papa Ancelotti. They have mildly sprinkling of stardust. Morocco is a very organized team. They play as a team. They're disciplined.
They made the semi-finals last World Cup.
Yes, they made the semi-final last World Cup. So I'd say Morocco and Brazil, because Haiti and Scotland are basically rubbish, in my own opinion.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to ask Segodi and Mr. Wari, before we continue about Brazil and Morocco. What are your thoughts, Segodi, about Congo? They made it through. They struggled, but they made it through. Yeah.
Yes. That group, I see them doing well, actually. The key game is against Colombia. If they can be able to hold Colombia for us, I see them going to the second round, because their only difficulty will be against Portugal. But if they go against Colombia, I see them doing.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif, about Congo? Then tell us what you think about Brazil and Morocco. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Africa and North America. They play physical football. So if the Congolese can match up these guys, I think to go for a draw, and if possible, they can even take the victory. So I see them coming out with 4 points. I know they are going to beat Haiti and Colombia. Maybe they get a draw. Worst come to worst, it will be a draw. But they can beat the Colombians. Congo.
Oh, Congo, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about this group, USA, Paraguay, Australia, Turkey story. Let's go. Okay, let's go to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has Curaçao,
Germany, Ecuador, and Curacao.
Ivory Coast doesn't score enough goals. They have a good team, but they don't score enough goals. They can't beat Germany. They'll beat Curacao. The big question is Ecuador. That's a big game, and Ivory Coast needs to draw that match. So Ivory Coast has a 50-50 chance of qualifying. What do you think, Mr. Falabi?
Yeah.
Ecuador is a very physical team. They have a little bit of flair because they are in the South American region. But I think Ivory Coast has enough talent. That Ivory Coast team is talented. They can pull it off. I think Ivory Coast will beat Curacao and beat Ecuador and qualify with Germany. If they're going to have any problems at all, it will be in the knockout stage. Ivory Coast to go through with Germany easily.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Segodi? Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like I see them doing very well against Ecuador and also the other team. Their only problem with Germany, but for Germany will have lots of problems against Ivory Coast because they are physical and they as well, and they're superstars. So I see them getting it. Yes, I see them getting it right against Germany.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Wari? What do you think? Germany, Ivory Coast?
Yeah, I'll still stand with Mr. Falabi. I think the only thing that might give them a problem is Germany. Then for the Ecuador team, I think they are the Ivory Coast team. They need to build more on their physicality because South America, they are physical. They run a lot. Their game is more like African football. So if they can match up these people, a draw or if possible 1-0, I think Ivory Coast have faith. Yeah, just like the Moroccans.
How about? I didn't know that we have L all the way to L. How many minutes do we have on this recording, Mr. Falabi?
Yeah, we still have some. We still have about 5 minutes.
No, but if time runs out, maybe we have to do a second recording. You see what I'm saying?
We'll let's continue for now.
Okay, so Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. Tunisia is going home. This group is too tough. Holland is top 5 in the world.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Tunisia may draw with Japan. I don't think Tunisia can qualify from this group. What do you think, Mr. Wari?
No. Yes, I don't think Tunisia will qualify because even during the Nations Cup they played against Nigeria. I don't see anything fantastic they played. But Sweden that qualified from the back door through the playoffs, I think they're going to stand out because at the the World Cup starts, you see their morale will pick up. So I think Sweden and the other country again in that
Japan and Sweden. Netherlands. Netherlands.
Nobody has been the Netherlands is number one in that group.
You see, Sweden and Japan, one of them will drop out because those Japanese guys, they are fast and they take their chances. So either Sweden or Japan will qualify with them.
Yeah, Egypt has an easy group. Belgium is tough, but I think Egypt can actually draw with Belgium. Then Iran, missile weekend, interceptors, and New Zealand. Belgium, Iran, and New Zealand. I'm going to say Egypt is going to come second. Iran will come third or fourth. What do you think, Mr. Falabi? Yeah.
Well, I think Iran will show up. So that's 2 points for everybody. Walk over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure they won't show up?
Warif, I don't think they will show up, but let's see. And Egypt will beat New Zealand. I don't think they can pull it off against Belgium. I think Belgium will top that group. Egypt will finish second. Iran and New Zealand to go home.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go to Segodi with this one. Segodi, Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. To me, Spain and Cape Verde can come second. Now, I don't know. Cape Verde will struggle with Uruguay, but Cape Verde has a very good defense. So I'll say that Cape Verde is going to come third in this group, but they may qualify. Spain, they have to beat Uruguay. Cape Verde has to draw or beat Uruguay. What do you think, Mr. Segodi? Cape Verde has a good defense. They don't have enough offensive firepower. Yeah.
Cape Verde is a very good ball, but in this group, they need to be disciplined and then team. So I see them going through as a team as well. Because Uruguay, their South America, take their chances. It's automatic.
Okay, so let's take a look at let's see, who else do we have here? Have I left any South? Oh yeah, South Africa.
France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq.
Oh, that's a tough one. So I'm going to say Senegal is going to come second in that group. Oh, but Norway is tough. What's the name for Norway, right? Haaland.
Yeah.
I think Senegal will beat Norway 2-1. But that's still a tough match. So I'm going to say Senegal, and if Senegal can draw or lose with France. But Senegal, to me, Senegal is not that far behind France. I know this sounds crazy. Senegal is a good team. They can make it to the semifinals. But I'm going to have Senegal coming second in that group and France coming first. What are your thoughts, Afolabi? Yeah.
In fact, some people say Senegal is France B team, basically.
Yeah.
So I think Senegal everybody's going to beat Iraq for sure. Senegal will qualify as runners-up with France. Senegal will pull it up. Like you said, marginal, it could be 1-0 or 2-1 against Norway. They could get beaten against France or goalless draw or something, but France and Senegal are going through there.
Yeah, what do you think, Mr. Warif? Yeah. Is he there?
I think he's gone.
Okay, so let's quickly jump to South Africa's group. South Africa has what group? Is he back? No. What group is South Africa?
South Africa
Mexico,
is in
South Korea, Czech. So South Africa,
Czech, Mexico, South
In
Korea.
Group A. Group A.
Yeah, South Africa did not play well against Panama. I don't see them beating Mexico. Mexico is going to beat them. Now South Africa is going to have to. I think they, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I think they're going to draw with Czechia. The question is, can South Africa beat South Korea? I don't know. South Korea is fast and explosive. South Africa, I'm not sure if they can qualify. What do you think, Segodi? After the way they've been playing, the way they played against Panama.
No, no, absolutely. Like I think we were poor against Panama, but one thing that gives me hope is we haven't played on a counter against any team. So in the World Cup, I think the only chance we can have is when we wait for teams and then they give us space behind, we attack them on a counter.
Yeah.
So for European team ranking 45, they're not that good. We can catch them. I think they can win them there and maybe get a draw against South Korea.
So it's going to be 50-50. And some teams, there's some third-place teams which qualify, right? Afolabi, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, Afolabi, what do you think about this group?
And another thing
they're not scoring goals. They don't score goals. And here's the thing, they create chances, but they don't score.
That's the problem.
What do you think?
Mexico will top this group.
Yeah, Mexico's going to top.
South Africa can qualify depending on their result against South Korea. I think South Africa can beat Czech Republic. They can't beat Mexico. I'm sure of that. Mexico is a very good side. But South Africa has a fighting chance against South Korea, basically. If they can beat South Korea or possibly get a draw, that they could go through with Mexico. I think everybody will beat Czech Republic here. Czech doesn't have a solid team.
So we'll do one more group. Ghana must go, but I was
Ghana, Group L, Ghana.
Croatia, Ghana, Panama. So Ghana will beat Panama most likely. The big game is going to be Ghana versus Croatia. Ghana is going to come second or third. England is coming first. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. England to top this group. Ghana, I'm a bit. I'm not so optimistic about Ghana. Ghana presently are not playing so well. Croatia still have the core. They still have the core of the experienced players. So I think they can qualify with England. Panama are going to be the whipping boys. Croatia and England to go through here. Ghana can pull this off. I don't think they can pull it.
Yeah, so I think we're done. We've covered most. We'll do some more shows to go to the other tournament.
Groups, yeah.
I just want people to watch out for Netherlands. Falabi, wouldn't you agree? Netherlands has the best balanced midfield in football.
Oh, absolutely.
They have the best CDMs. They have the best defensive midfielders. And number 8, they have a complete midfield. And you're not going to score a lot of goals against Netherlands at all.
Sure.
Netherlands is the only team that has it. Because we know Spain has a good midfield with attacking midfielders and playmakers. I know they have Rodri, but Netherlands, they can play with that double pivot, and they don't have any number 10s. They don't have playmakers, but their midfielders are solid. In fact, Netherlands is a defensive team, and their midfield is defensive. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
They'll easily top this group, Netherlands, without a shadow.
What are your thoughts in general before we leave, Segodi? Any last thoughts? Yeah.
No, I also think Netherlands is one of the favorites in this tournament. They're playing good football. They're a first team. And then for Africa, I think Morocco has a chance in Senegal as well. They are the teams that are playing very well, and they have a big point. But I'm likely leaning towards
Morocco, Senegal, Ivory Coast. They are my top African teams. And to an extent, South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so take us out, Afolabi. Nice one. Don't worry, this is just the beginning because we're going to go deeper now. We're going to focus on so many stories leading up to the World Cup. This is just the party we had today. This wasn't a serious show, but it was still fun. Take us out, Afolabi.
Yeah, it's been another brilliant show. We've been taking a preliminary observation of the World Cup groups, specifically where the African teams are. And from Mustafa, Segudi, and myself, we'll be back again on the build-up to the World Cup 2026. Bye for now.
Bye. This was a fun one.
It was.